Hi everyone, my name is Allison and welcome to my channel. Today's video is the Reading Rush Readathon TBR. If you don't already know, the Reading Rush is, in my opinion, the biggest and the most international readathon hosted by some booktubers on YouTube. I am really excited about this video because although it is very international, for some obvious reasons, there aren't many Chinese participants. I want to upload these videos on two platforms. The first one is on YouTube because I'm going to mix in some Chinese books in these TBRs, and I think it would be fun to add a more diversity in the TBR. And the second platform is Bilibili. Again, for obvious reasons, this readathon isn't that accessible for Chinese audience. And I really want to transfer this really popular and fun readathon to a Chinese platform, so more book lovers in China who read multiple languages can still participate in this readathon. Even if not on YouTube, they can still in their own community participate in this readathon. So the first challenge is read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. They kindly provide a birthstone graph because I have no idea which birthstone I have. So I was born in May, and that will be emerald. So I'm going to pick a book cover that is emerald color. I guess I'm going to go with this one because the spine is quite emerald green. A book written by an American author about Japanese culture. From my understanding, it may be wrong. In Japanese culture, at least in the past, suicide can have a very noble representation. So I guess this is going to be an exploration of Japanese culture, specifically around its flower and this kind of suicide culture and what is behind this culture. The second challenge is to read a book that starts with the word "the." And I don't have many English. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I was gonna say I don't have many English book with me, so it would be difficult to translate this challenge to Chinese. But I actually have a perfect book, The Magician King. This is the second book of. So the first one is called The Magicians, and the second one is called The Magician King. And behind the first book, there's a really aggressive line. To Harry Potter's fan, it says, "The Magicians is to Harry Potter as a shot of Irish whiskey to a glass of weak tea. Hogwarts was never like this." So basically, this is also a magical school. In the book, it is also set in high school, but in the TV series, it is set in college, which I think is much more appropriate and makes more sense. I kind of agree with the blurb in some way. I'm not saying Harry Potter is boring, but this book is really dark and adult, messy, all over the place. There are some really gruesome scenes, and the sex, the alcohol, the drugs are really present in this series. And the third challenge is to read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. They explain that usually we read a book first and then see the movie adaptation. So this time they want to change it a little bit because we have seen many movies without reading the book, and this challenge is to push us reread the original book that inspired the movie. I really want to read either Harry Potter, the second book in Harry Potter series, or Emma, one of the classics. Oh, I have also watched. Wait, what is that? Little Women. Wait, I really want to read Little Women. I'm really leaning toward Little Women because I think it is not going to be a difficult read. It is meant for children, right? So, yeah, I might buy the book. The fourth one is to read the first book you touch. So I'm just going to. Okay, I think this. The shelf behind me is the books I have already read, and above me and here are the books I haven't read. So I kind of want to reach inside Okay. Ouch. This is really hard. No. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna finish this. Let me try again one more time. I'm going to reach for a book inside. I'm free. Okay, it's not bad. Okay. 匆匆那年. It is, I guess, a YA romance, like high school romance, right? And also, this can fulfill the second challenge, which is to read the book inspired a movie. I have watched this movie. I haven't read this book. That's perfect. And it also has green on its cover, so that's really, really perfect. The fifth challenge is to read a book completely outside of your house. So we are going to pick one book. Okay, the light is completely out. So we're going to pick one book and read it outside of our house. It could be a little bit challenging. I think I'm going to read an audiobook, and that is The Hate You Give. I have already started this book. I read it only when I was in my office, which is not my house. But it also means I'm going to stay in my office, spending a lot of time not working. Yeah, let's see if that will work. And the sixth challenge is to read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of. I would say nonfiction. I really want to read nonfiction. I suddenly realized there's so many books with green on this cover. This is 杨到深山下牧场 by Li Jun, about a summer pasture in a deep mountain. And I've read her other book, which is A Winter Pasture. I didn't love it, but I think her writing style is very straightforward, easy to read. I think the stories she captured could be very inspirational because these are a group of people that have a very different life than us. By us, I mean, like modern city people. And it reminds me you could sometimes enjoy your life better when you slow it down. And slow it down doesn't mean you're doing nothing, doesn't mean you're a worthless person. It's just a way of life, a way of living. And the last challenge is to read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. I don't need to pick an extra book, but if I have to, I'm going to pick, I think this one. One major reason is I think it is going to be an easy read. It is about Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel's secret word, sleeping with the enemy. In the blurb, it says there are two interpretations of Chanel. One consider her as a hero, and the other considers her as a devil. So it says this book is going to show Chanel's real experiences during World War II comprehensively, and specifically about her not that hero side. So if I'm going to pick 7 books for 7 challenges, it's going to be Chrysanthemum and Sword, which is this book about Japanese culture. And books start with The Magician King. Books that inspire a movie I've watched, which is Little Women. The first book I touched, 匆匆那年. A genre I want to read more about, non-fiction book, Summer Pasture in Deep Mountain. A story took place in another continent, Coco Chanel's Secret War. But if I'm being realistic, I think I can only read 2 to 3 books. I forgot another book, The Hate You Give, just a book that I'm going to read outside of my house. So if I'm being realistic, that book, The Hate You Give, I think I can finish to the next 1 book. The second book is going to be this one because it inspired a movie. It has green on its cover. It is the first book I touched. So that is 3 challenges for one. Wait, that's 1 book for 3 challenges. So I still need to have a book, a non-fiction book, and I think I am going to go with this one. Yeah, if I'm being a little bit more ambitious, I want to finish this book, at least start reading this book as well, because I brought it back to China from New York. I don't want to carry it back to New York again, and then back to China again, and then never read this book. This readathon starts at July 20th to 26th. You can follow their social media on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. So that is my TBR for this readathon. Please participate, especially if you're in China. I think it is like a really fun way to read. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. I would really love to see your TBR, so please leave comments down below, or share my video with others and read with me. So that's it for today's video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!